Well, hello YouTube and fellow backyard mechanics. My name's Neil. This is my 1980 Volkswagen Rabbit convertible, aka Cabriolet, although not really. Picked it up a few weeks back. Super cool little car. I really like it. I really haven't had a chance to drive it yet, just around the block. I need to take care of a couple small things and get it plated. And being that we're in the midst of a coronavirus shutdown, I can't go to the Secretary of State and get that taken care of at the moment. So anyway, I thought I'd fix a couple of little things on it. Car runs pretty good, but I would like to have a better stereo system in it. Nothing too crazy, but you know, it's a convertible. I want to drive around in the summer with the top down and you know, be kicking all my 80s favorites. So the factory radio is not going to cut it, and on top of the fact, it's not working. So I needed to get it pulled out and see what kind of room I have to work there. From what I've seen on Crutchfield, it sounds like the depth available is limited, so I may not be able to put a CD player in it. It might just have to be a media-only receiver, which is fine. You know, I can do. I'm probably not going to listen to CDs anyway. Anyway, trying to get this radio out. Now, I've had some experience with old radios before. Usually, you pull the covers off the knobs, there's a couple of nuts that you loosen, and the whole thing comes out. This one has an extra step, and it was throwing me off. Now, in the manual that I have, the Bentley manual, it only talks about U.S. market Golfs and Rabbits. That doesn't cover this one. It's different. So, and I couldn't find a video on how to do this, and I was looking at it, and I kind of stumbled across how it comes out, and it's unusual. So I thought I'd put this video together so you can get your faceplate off without breaking it. I didn't want to damage it. The car interior of this car is like mint. I'd hate to damage any of the original parts. So here's how you get this out without breaking it. Okay, so the first thing you got to do is pull the existing knobs off. So they just pull straight out. They may give you a little bit of trouble, but if you pull straight, they'll pop off. You can see the whole thing's moving around. If you don't have a set of tools like this, these are soft removal tools for interior parts. I highly recommend them. I got these at Harbor Freight. They were like $5 for a set of 4 different tools. They're super handy for taking radios out and that door panels, that kind of stuff. All these just pull straight off. Okay, so now you're left with this, and if you look closely, you can see that the shafts are threaded, but there's no nut, at least not that you can see. And you have this panel that's in the way of the radio coming out, and it will not. You can't pry this off. I tried pulling on it a little bit. I was afraid I was going to crack it, and I would have if I kept pulling on it. But if you look closely, there is a metal, like snap ring, for lack of a better term, around each of the radio shafts. And it's got a little raised bump on the outside. It turns out that these rings can be moved outward. If you take a screwdriver and you press in there and you put a little pressure on them, there, and see it pops over. Same thing on this side. You may have to push in a little bit to get it over that bump, and then you can push it to the outside, and once you do that, that panel comes right off, and you can see the clips on the back side. Now you can push these back into position. I'll try doing one right now, like that, if you want to reinstall this, and then it just snaps on and it clicks over the threads of the radio. Once you do that, now you can see we've exposed these mounting nuts, which I think are, actually I don't know what size those are. Let's take a look. These are 14 millimeter, or I guess 9/16, depending on what you got. And I already loosened these up a little bit, but they weren't super tight, so probably won't need a wrench. There's one. And there's 2. All right, now we got a couple of washers, which we probably, there we go. So if we pop that forward a little bit. Okay, and then look at that pops out. And looks like, yeah, we got some clips here. Aha. All right. So you need to, okay, so the clip's got a little notch in it. You can get a small screwdriver into it and pull it forward and get it past the bezel. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, hopefully. There we go. Nope. Ah, shoot. Pop that one all the way in. Oh, interesting. The one on this side just fell off. Okay. Oh, once they get loose, they just pop out. Okay, cool. And look at that. We got something just hit me in the foot. The screw must have fallen out of the back of the dash. And there she is. I'd say that's probably the original radio. And, oh yeah, that doesn't look like the deepest spot. Alright, we may have to put a small receiver in there, but from here, you got your antenna. And, wow, I've never seen connectors like these before. Interesting. You gotta love those Germans. And then, okay, and then, presuming this just pulls straight out. And there we have it. Factory radio's out. And, like I said, more important to me, this piece is intact. I'll probably keep this car for a long time, but if I didn't, and I was gonna sell it, you know, somebody might want to replace the radio here and put something that looks vintage correct, and they're going to want to have this in good shape, which I would understand. So that's what you got to do. And I guess for the reinstall, I'll have to wait till I get the new radio, because I don't have that yet. But then we'll go from there. So if you're pulling a radio out of a Mark I cab, hope this helps you, because I couldn't find any videos that showed this specific faceplate. So, I guess that's it. Have a great day.